Okay, so what do you think about Filipino food? Do you like to eat Filipino food since you've been here for 1 month plus?
Well, I've been here before for almost 2 years, so I'm used to the cuisine here. Um, and I'm used to everything that is available. There are certain foods that I prefer to eat, and there are certain foods that I like refuse to eat. Like I've never tried a balut. I've never eaten dried fish. Um, well, I hadn't eaten lechon until the other day, but I ate it. Um, yeah, but mostly, it's just a variety of fish and pork and chicken. So, the food's what it is. If you cook your own food, then you can kind of cook it your own way, like we do, and that's good. But if you're out and about, you go to a carned area or whatever, you just eat whatever's there, and it's fine. I would rather eat the local food than waste my money. And in my opinion, it's a waste. I know a lot of people disagree with me um, on like American foods and go to American restaurants and things like that because I'd like rather save my money and spend it on other things. You
Okay,
know?
so do you like to eat rice since our like Filipino like always like to eat rice every time we eat like 3 times a day?
Well, I tell you, before I came to the Philippines years ago, I never ate rice. It was like it's not a staple in America. America is more like meat and potatoes and noodles and stuff. But after I came to the Philippines, then rice was pretty much included into my diet. Maybe not every day, but 5 times a week, 6 times a week, something. Almost every day. So yeah, I like rice. I notice, but I do know that I've gained a lot of weight in the last few months. So it's kind of been on my mind to reduce the rice. But I think most of my weight gain was from, my job in the States where I was just sitting a lot and eating unhealthy. So if I eat this way for a couple of months, I'll probably lose a significant amount of weight. So I'm looking forward to that too. This is much more healthy, lower fat, as long as you don't put a lot of oil in the pan, then, you know, this is better.
So what Filipino food you like to eat? Like, you know?
Hmm. Well, I like to add this, sauce that everybody knows about with the
Yeah, this is vinegar and soy sauce with onion and
garlic and ginger and
yeah, and
calamansi.
lemon, yeah. Because Filipino like to have this when you are like eating fish and dried fish or something like that. It's good if you like this and put it in the soy sauce. Oh yeah, it's good for Filipino.
You know,
So he also learned to eat what we like mostly Filipino how we eat like to put in the sauce or but for him he also like to put in the rice.
I put it on my
So
rice. It gives the rice kind of a better flavor. I like the onions when they've been soaked in the sauce for a while. Take on a good flavor. So like I always say, it's kind of a hybrid version of cuisine for me. So I like home cooked stuff. But no, don't get me wrong. We've been to pizza. We've been to other places like Burger King once or twice and things like that. But to me, that's just a waste. Like, really, if you want to truly experience the Philippines, um, you eat like a local and you live like a local. That's why our apartment is, modest. It's not extravagant. My neighbors are hardworking Filipinos, who, they're not rich. rich. They're just trying to make it through, and I'm not rich, so I'm just living like a local, and your money goes farther if you spend wisely, and you can stay longer and experience more.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So, because here when we're walking outside, like some of the neighbor asking me if my husband eating rice. So yes, I said to them, yes, he eat rice, and he is not choosy about food. What's in the table, he just eat. He don't like demanding like, oh, I don't want to eat this. And sometimes he's the one who cook. It's kind of me sometimes and him sometimes. Yeah, like that.
We kind of take turns. We take turns doing the dishes. Sometimes I don't do my turn. It depends on how tired I am. You know, I tell you, I've been like a little bit of a struggle adjusting this time around. Um, Not to the heat or anything like that. I expected that. Just my body is like not as strong as it used to be or something, because sleeping on the local mattress. We didn't go out and buy an American mattress. We just bought the local Filipino foam. It's kind of brutal on my back. It's taking adjustments, my hips, and blah blah blah. But you know, so yeah. What was the question?
Yeah, because in his country, like it's cold there, so here is like the weather is not, it's warm, so for him it's hard for him to sleep because since we just use electric fan at aircon, so that's also the problem.
It's not a problem really, but it is a ingredient that that you have to adjust to.
Hmm. But it seems like he almost adjusts because we don't use electric fan. He's okay.
Well, I've had a few issues. I got an ear infection, and the fan was kind of blowing on my ear, so I had to not use it for the last few days because of my ear infection, and that's why I haven't used the fan as much. But it is hot, and that's a big complaint you always hear from the expats that come here. Is have to have aircon, and I understand that it is super hot, and a lot of people, in the states even they have to have aircon in the summertime. But to me, it's adjustable.
Yeah, that's right. Because if me also going to his country, I also need to adjust. So when he come here, so you also need to adjust the weather, the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But it's good thing to adjust to. The mentality and the way of life here is kind of so much more. Um, I don't know what the word is. It's more wholesome in a way. I mean, yes, the Filipinos, they like to drink and they like everything, but they do it like in a way that reminds me of like old days or something. So it's good to adjust to this lifestyle. It really is.
so do you enjoy living here in Cebu?
Okay, so the conclusion on Filipino food is basically, I like it. There's some things I do not like, and I just avoid them. But, like I said, I like to live kind of frugally, which means, kind of not cheap, but sort of like in Tagalog they call it curry pot. I'm kind of curry pot, I guess. I like, affordable. It doesn't bother me any to go to a carinderia and spend, $3 on a full meal. 150 peso, 200 peso, and we both eat. That's great, and it's local, and it's fresh, and it's tasty. Um, and if I want any of the creature comforts of home, I prefer not to really go to a restaurant, but just buy them and come home and cook them myself. So that's my advice. If you want to save money and just have a good experience and experience the local stuff.